So, if you've been around me for like at least a year or so, or even sooner, you probably know that I made an Adult Swim iceberg chart back around a year ago. And two entries I've been thinking about on there are the Captain Falcon bumper and the Pirates of the Caribbean sneak peek. And these are two weird things that I just saw once by myself on Adult Swim sometime, and I've never seen any footage of them or anything, and I've never heard anybody else bring them up. But then after I made this chart and attention started to arise, I started to feel more confident that they are indeed real and I wasn't just crazy. People came forward and started talking about the Captain Falcon bumper, like pinpoints exactly how I remember it, so that definitely confirms it real. Pirates of the Caribbean, not so much. However, there were some other people who said, yeah, I remember seeing that too, and it was weird. But I was randomly thinking of these a bit ago, and then it hit me, oh my gosh, I can't find anything on these. They're lost media. And that's where the inspiration for this video originally came from. And in fact, that isn't even the first time I've talked about lost media in terms of Adult Swim before. Like, even before the icebergs, I talked about April Fool's lost media. I made a video on that a bit ago. So yeah, Adult Swim has just like a lot of stuff missing for it, and it just all comes together even better now because not only have I been having like a bigger lost media kick, but just recently they aired a bumper saying that they couldn't find the originals of the pool bumps and they just straight up got them off of YouTube. So thank goodness for that. And apparently Cartoon Network in general is just really poor at preserving this stuff. And yeah, that's kind of what the theme of this video is today, to emphasize just how important it is to preserve these and to bring out just how many lost bumpers for Adult Swim there could be, because think about just how many they make. I feel like Adult Swim makes a lot more bumpers than most networks do, considering they have like new text bumps like practically every night. And they've consistently done that for like 20 years now, or since they first came on air. And these bumps are like all probably just like gone, possibly, if they couldn't even find the original pool bumpers, and the only hope for them left is that some fan just recorded them a while ago. And you know, like, it's good to have these, not just to preserve the media, but like these probably hit close for a lot of people. Like, a lot of these random text bumpers, like, they're the best way people can like indulge and like share like nostalgia and stuff and time travel in a sense. Like, just look how cool they are. So yeah, like, I mean, if Adult Swim can't preserve their own stuff, then I really need to like emphasize how much it's important for other people to make sure they're recording these, and that there's just a great number of bumpers out there still missing that nobody even brought up, that nobody probably even remembers because they keep on making weird stuff like Falcon Punch every night. And yeah, like, there's just so many unique bumps out there with like different variables that are out there missing, and like, who knows how much it's added up at this point. And it's not even super old stuff like the original pool bumpers. Like, the April Fool stuff I was bringing up earlier, that was only in 2013. Like, that's modern. That's well into the age of the internet, where everybody you'd expect to be recording everything, but no, like, almost everything from like April Fool's 2013 is just like gone, missing. And yeah, like, that applies to all the other bumpers too, just that if nobody's recording that stuff, then chances are there's a lot of other text bumpers that are just gone too. And that makes me also want to talk about this for other networks, especially in terms of like going back and looking at them and just how important it is to keep those for like good personal history and sharing it with others. Is that with Cartoon Network, there's like also other little bumpers that have been lost, and I've reported on these before, but they've gone nowhere. Like, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, like, that's a show everybody knows from the channel, and before that aired, they had these bumpers for the entire main cast of like, oh, who's this person? And you know, it would show them walking down there, and it's like, okay, go on Cartoon Network to find out how. And I remember those, but they're gone. There's no footage of them on YouTube except for the one for Blue, as you can see here. And yeah, like, I'm pretty sure the artists were like Wilt, Mac, and Coco and Eduardo. And when I asked about these on r/lost media, some other people were saying like, yeah, I remember those, and they were able to quote them. However, as far as we know, there's still no footage of them online. I did search around for like breaks, just general commercial recordings from Cartoon Network at that time, and I couldn't find them. Like, this is also lost media, and yeah, like, recording commercial breaks is probably the biggest way you can find those. I'm going to go into that just a little bit later. But, like, also, like, I've been looking for a while now. Absolutely nobody has said anything in this one. And this one was only 2010. Like, that's maybe just, like, a little bit before, like, Super Mario Internet. But, you know, like, it's still, like, newish enough. Like, it's 2010. And, yeah, there's a surprising lot of Cartoon Network stuff from then that's missing, too. Especially since this is when they changed their brand logo. And I've been looking for this logo. I actually felt like Adult Swim made this bumper too with the 5-inch, because it was just totally different from everything else. It was live action, and it was 2 rabbits just sitting there, and there was like a pot plant in the logo with them that had the new bumper on it, and like nobody remembers this as far as I know. And this is again like more lost media from the networks that nobody's talking about. And Nickelodeon, I can't think of one specifically for Nickelodeon. People are actually starting to talk about that era for Cartoon Network a bit more. Like, recently, there's been, like, this cat bump or something that people have been looking for with, like, a newscast. But anyway, Nickelodeon, I haven't heard people bring up as much, but there's probably a lot of lost stuff from them, too, in terms of bumpers, that is, that nobody's really bringing up or finding, and it's possible the networks just didn't preserve them. And these palm trees you see here, these aren't lost, I found them, but this is just like a personal thing that like a friend of mine was looking for, because there's this poorly chopped up video of bumps, and these palm trees were only on there for like 1 frame, and I just barely found one video that's a recording of a 2006 break with them. It's an exclusive thing. And again, like, preserving lost media is good just to like not lose it if it's like media that's not better off being lost as it is. But like, again, I just feel like commercials are like the best way to just have like a good vibe and sense of it back. And I love like watching this shit with my friends, and I love late 90s Nick bumpers, and I mean, these socks are my favorite ones. But yeah, that's basically it, and I hope I made sense with my ramblings. Like, to summarize it, there's a lot of like tiny little bumpers out there, especially from Adult Swim, that possibly aren't preserved anymore. Nobody remembers or are talking about, and unless if somebody has recordings of these, then they're lost media, and we gotta make sure that we're keeping track of all this stuff to prevent more of it rising in the future. So yeah, like, not many specific examples, but that's kind of the point, and thanks for watching anyway.